Hello, members of NADA. My name is Harold Carlson, and I'm currently serving as the president of the Church Network, or TCN. On behalf of our CEO, Phil Martin, our board of directors, and the entire membership, I bring you greetings from your sister association as you come together for your annual conference, but in a very different format. Normally, we would be sharing mutual greetings at each other's conference in person, but this year has been anything but normal. Don't you find it ironic that so many associations, including TCN, had played off the 2020 theme of seeing clearly, 2020 vision, or finding a new vision? Who could have imagined that 2020 would involve a worldwide pandemic, racial unrest, and political uncertainty? However, my takeaway has been to take aim, that's AIM, at the situation, much like a marksman using a scope on a rifle to narrow his focus to see the target more clearly. In other words, we need to A, adapt, I, innovate, and M, monitor results. When the COVID-19 pandemic began to shut things down and we could no longer gather for in-person worship services, I learned early on the need to be adaptable to the ever-changing set of external circumstances, to innovate new methods and procedures, and continue to monitor the results to determine if changes or adjustments were necessary. And finally, start the process over again if the outcomes were not what we desired. As church and temple administrators, our strength is in developing processes and procedures for just about everything we do in ministry. But sometimes our strength can also be our weakness if we fail to recognize the need to adapt to the changing conditions around us. When it became clear we could no longer gather in person for worship, we had to very quickly adapt our process for connecting our congregation to our worship experience by moving to a digital platform. The methods and procedures for weddings, funerals, religious education, spiritual care, and counseling all had to be adapted to ensure the needs of the congregation were being met. As conditions changed, we needed to shake things up, think differently, and innovate. Mike Bonham was one of our keynote speakers at the TCN virtual conference back in July, and he encouraged us to try different prototypes, be willing to experiment, and be sure to have quick feedback to help us evaluate effectiveness. When conditions changed again in August, allowing our congregation to resume gathering in person with some restrictions, we had to adapt again and developed an innovative way to both meet in person and also provide a digital expression of almost everything we do, which leads us to monitoring results. Without monitoring or measuring the results, you have no idea if the innovative changes you have made are working as planned. Some of the changes we made worked very well, while others had to be refined or eliminated. Metrics play a crucial role as we continue to make adjustments to our processes and procedures. And so, members of NADA, I encourage you to take aim as you wrap up 2020 and begin making plans for 2021. Remember to be adaptable to the ever-changing environment. Don't be afraid to innovate. Try different prototypes and monitor the results and make necessary adjustments. Blessings to you as you gather virtually for your conference this year, and I look forward to 2021 in the hope that we can once again greet each other in person.